Hey you guys, welcome to a new episode of Food and the Single Guy with me, your very own AMARU. Now on this episode of Food and the Single Guy, I am going to cook something that I came up with. It is something that is inspired by the Middle East, by the Mediterranean. It is not an authentic dish from those parts. Like I said, it is something that I created. I said, you know what? I see these falafels, I see the couscous, I see the vegetables. We are going to get creative up in this mother, which is what I tried to do. And let me tell you something, the finished product was very good. It looked nice, it tasted great, so I felt very victorious. I hope you'll feel the same way, and if you don't, don't kill me. Anyway, before we get on with the cooking, I would like to direct your attention to a link that I'm going to post in the description box below the video. One of my online friends, my sis from another miss, the Lea Rae show. This is my friend Lea from, I think she lives in Alabama, I'm not sure, but this is my friend Lea, and Lea has done an unboxing and a review of my album, and as a thank you to her, I decided to send her a promo poster of my debut album, Champagne Attitude, and she has done a review on that, and she has talked about some of her favorite songs, and she went a little more in depth and all of that stuff. The video was very nice, and she does look like a younger version of my mother. I'm not kidding you. They share the same birthday, and she's also a teacher. Now, in addition to all of that, Lea and I, we both have a mole. Look, this is a mole. We have a mole in the same on the same spot on our faces. So she is definitely my twin, or as she would say on her video, we're twinning. That shit just made me laugh out loud. Anyway, just go ahead and check out Lea's video and tell her I sent you. Now, somebody else that I'd like to shout out is Bedo Leatherworks in Virginia. Now, let me tell you something about this man. I don't know this man from Adam, but this man is a genius. When I tell you the respect that this man, of which this man handles all leather that comes to his workshop, because he's a leathersmith. He repairs shoes, he repairs bags. I am a captive audience, okay? Now let me tell you something. He repaired a pair of Jimmy Choo's high heels. I said, I love this guy. I love him, I love him, I love him. I did some research on him on Instagram. He has an Instagram page, and apparently he has won an award, the highest achievement within the shoe repair business, and he has won that award. Now, mind you, his father moved to the United States, I think in the early 70s or something, and his father was also a shoesmith, a leathersmith in his country of origin, and he kind of followed into his father's footsteps. But let me tell you, this man is a genius, okay? And I told him, I said, listen, remind me to shout you out on my next video. So here I am, and you know me, I don't like to shout out people on my videos. If you've been with me since the beginning, you will know the reason why, okay? But every now and again I make an exception. So I'm gonna post the link to Bedo's Leatherworks in the description box below the video. Subscribe to his channel. Let me tell you something. It's not all about the housewives and the blue ink, black ink crew, whatever the hell. Just educate yourself, okay? This man is a creative person like myself, and I support him wholeheartedly. Alright, now speaking of shoutouts, the last person that I want to shout out on this video is my girl, the Jamaican Debbie Debs. Okay, West Indian Delights, that is one of her channels, and the Jamaican Debbie Debs, that's her other channel. She is having a birthday today, so I would like for you to go to her channel and wish her a happy birthday. Links will be posted below. Now you guys, without further ado, let us continue. Okay you guys, so these are the ingredients for my dish today. Of course, I'm going to be using some fresh garlic. I'm going to be using some fresh thyme. And I went to the store and I saw these vegetables. They're perfect for stir fries. And the package includes some pumpkin and some cauliflower. But it also contains some green beans and some purple onion. I'm also going to be adding some sugar snaps to this because I love me some sugar snaps. Now, as I was checking out the vegetables, I said to myself, so am I going to be doing this with some chicken or some beef or whatnot, or some shrimp? And then my eye caught these hot and spicy falafels. Now, I don't know how to make falafel. Don't ask me for any recipes because I don't know how to make these. all I know is I love them, okay? So the falafel will be our meat substitute for this dish, all right? Now let us continue. Now guys, let me reiterate that this is not a Middle Eastern dish. This is something that I've created myself and I wanted to share that with you, okay? Now, last year I went to this Middle Eastern Mediterranean fair and they were selling a lot of herbs and spices. They were doing a lot of workshops. They were selling a lot of traditional clothes and all of that stuff. And I bought 3 of their spices. This is the Casablanca mix, and as you can see, it is well used compared to the other 2 because this one is my favorite. This one is, I hope you can see it on camera, it's a little reddish and it is somewhat spicy and it's sweet at the same time, and it has some I think oregano or thyme or some of those spices in it. I love this. And then we have the Marrakesh mix, which is this one, and this one has hints of cumin in it. And this one works very well with meat. So if you're doing a lamb stew or a beef stew or whatnot, you can use this to season the meat with. And this one is not so, it smells delicious. It's not spicy at all. And then last but not least, we have the Riff mix, and this one is spicy like a malva. Okay, I haven't used this as much, but this one is a little brownish reddish. It has a brownish reddish color, and it has some parsley in it and all of that stuff. And like I said, it is very, very spicy. So for my dish today, I'm gonna be using a little bit of all of these 3 spices. Okay, so next what we're gonna do, we're gonna heat some olive oil in my Dutch oven. And as soon as the oil is hot, we're gonna infuse it with some thyme. Next, what we're gonna add are the onions. Now, as you can see, my onions have taken on some color. I am now going to add my garlic. Now you can take these out or you can leave them in. It's up to you. I am going to remove them. So now what I'm going to add are the sugar snaps with just a little bit of water. And the minute your sugar snaps have changed color, you're going to add the rest of the vegetables. Just like so. And now we're going to add our seasoning. Of course, we're going to give that a good stir. And you can add another droplet of water and then cover the pan and allow to simmer for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, you guys, now after about 10 minutes, you are going to add the falafel to the vegetables. Just like so. You're then going to cover the pan and allow to simmer for another 5 to 7 minutes. Alright everybody, what I have here is some couscous that I've prepared according to the preparation on the box. This is not how traditional Middle Eastern couscous is made. I want you to keep that in mind. Don't send me any messages. I know. Alright, so this is just a quick little European style couscous that I've made with some raisins and some cinnamon. And next what I'm going to add is some olive oil that is infused with some basil. Just a little bit. Just like so. You want to give that a good stir. Keep in mind that couscous has to be moist, alright? It should never be dry. It smells good, let me tell you. And again, this is not how traditional couscous is made. I live in Europe. I don't live in the Middle East, but I do know that this is not the traditional way of making couscous. Now what I have here is some dried basil, which I'm going to add. And give it a good stir. And you can also add some mint, fresh or dried, some parsley, that's all up to you. I think we're ready to plate this dish. And now for our little serving suggestion. We have the couscous in the bowl, and we're gonna top that with some of these vegetables, just like so. And there we go. It is steaming away nicely. It looks very colorful. It smells delicious. I cannot wait to dig in. And there you have it, my Mediterranean Middle Eastern falafel with couscous and vegetables dish. Honey, let me tell you, it was thebomb.com, okay? Now I'm gonna list all the ingredients for you in the information box below the video, so if you wanna try this one, let me know how it turned out. In the meantime, do be well, take care, happy cooking, happy eating. Don't forget to check out the channels that I shouted out earlier, all right? And I will see you when I see you. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.